I grew up thinking that being gay is so wrong and unacceptable, and that's why I had struggled so much and had so many issues liking myself. That's why I had struggled so much and had so many issues. Now, instead of painting on canvas, I'm painting on my face. The costuming, the hair, all of it is just artistic, and so I like being able to express myself that way. It gives my voice validity. My name's Mitchel Bowers, and this is about me, I guess, and some of the challenges I've faced and all the things that I'm now doing. If I wasn't a drag queen, would people be listening to what I have to say? And then there's also, it's empowering, which was the first time I hit the stage, I got this rush of adrenaline and I was like, yes, this is what I'm supposed to do. It just felt good. And so it's always just chasing that adrenaline. I had a friend and I asked her to put me in drag so that I could try performing. And so she's doing my makeup and I had asked her, oh, do we come up with a name beforehand or after? And she said, no final names until you're done. In my mind, I was thinking maybe something like ginger or cinnamon, some sort of spice. I was like, I think I can go with that. And she didn't like it. Once I'm all in drag, she takes my picture and sends it to her best friend and calls her and says, quick, we're like on our way to the venue. I need a drag name like right now. And her friend's response is, well, you need to simmer down now. And so my friend that put me in face is my drag mom. She says, that's the name, perfect, hangs up the phone. And so that's how I got my name. On wigs, I've spent a few $1,000s. So we have comfy muumuus for when I don't want to wear a corset. We have lots of sparkly dresses, some capes, lots of costumey things. I got masks. I have a crown that I won as Ms. Winterfest 2017. So I had a lot of trouble coming out. I battled with myself for quite a while, where deep down I knew I was, and I remember I grew up like going to Bible camp and going to church, and I remember praying that to make me normal, and I didn't want to be different, and I denied it for so long. And when I finally came to terms and as who I was, I was bullied a lot for being effeminate and fat. Those were the two, like being fat and gay was hard to grow up that way. And when I finally came to terms with myself and said that this is who I'm willing to be, I was 18 and about to move away from my small hometown. I was coming to Fort McMurray, and at that time I came out to my one friend and I said, I think I like boys. And she said, I like girls. And we came out to each other. It was good, but I struggled a lot to love myself. And then once I came to terms with who I was and decided this is who I'm going to be and I'm just going to stop lying, I became happier.
Mitchel always had a really soft heart, I'll say. Just always carried his emotions, really close to the surface. But he's just a really big-hearted person right from the get-go. Had absolutely no idea, for the longest time that Mitchel was gay. Thinking back, maybe there were some things, but I never ever give it any thought. He's just always with just Mitchel, and still is, really, to me. He used to prefer figure skating over hockey, for example. There was a couple years when he was younger, he dressed up as a woman for Halloween, and like I said, I never give it any thought, really. And even when he did tell me, and I can't even honestly remember when he did, wasn't that long ago, but it was just, oh, okay.
So with my dad, it was a few months after that, I get a text from my sister, because he lives in Ontario still, and so she just texts me, Dad knows you're gay. And I said, okay, how'd that go? And she said, not bad. So I guess he had seen something I posted on Facebook as well, and that's how he found out. I ended up going home just a couple months after that. I was actually moving to Halifax for school. And so when I stopped by to see him, I specifically made sure that he knew that I was still the son he raised. So I was like, let's go fishing. Let's let's go do this. I tried to spend as much time with him as I could, and everything was good at that point. Our relationship didn't get strained until I started doing drag. The first time I did drag as an adult, I posted a picture on Facebook, and he texted me and said, "What's wrong with you?" I just told him I'm still the same person. I'm doing this for a charity event. I'm still me. And his response was, "Do what you want, but we don't want the world to see it. Keep it to yourself." And I just said, it's my life, and I'm going to share it with the world, and I'm going to never hold myself back from an experience because of someone's small-minded view. And he basically just said that he doesn't know where he went wrong raising me, that I was an embarrassment to the family, and he told me to watch out for AIDS. And when he said that to me, I told him that it made me realize how far away he was from accepting me. And so I told him that I will continue to live my life, and I will accept him back in it whenever he wants to be a part of it and whenever he wants to educate himself. And I know that I'm living my life to the fullest, and he's the one who's missing out on it. I've been organizing regular shows every few months. I'm now part of the Pride Committee. I approached the library about doing story time at the end of the rainbow, where I can read to kids, and then we do crafts and read books about just acceptance and not bullying.
Jumping on the bed, she fell off and bumped her head. Mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, "No more drag queens jumping on."
And then I've even gotten stories about a parent of a trans child whose siblings weren't supportive of them. And after coming to story time, they went back to their trans sibling, and they went from not understanding to thinking that their brother is the most amazing person. So hearing that story just warms my heart, and is the reason why I keep doing it. There's aspects of drag that's uncomfortable, corsets and heels and such, and at the end of the day, it's so nice to get those off. But the process of getting into drag, and then when you're in drag and you just feel invincible, the attention, the power, that's all great. I definitely go more for comedy, but that being said, I love to pull out a good ballad and make the audience cry. So that's where I stand. I'm not a dancer. I can do a group number and choreograph it, and I can get through it, but that's not my cup of tea.
I hope that life is, I don't want to necessarily say easy for him, because I don't necessarily think an easy life is the best, but I hope it's not a lot of struggles for him. It's not always easy. The world is changing, thank goodness, and it's become more acceptable, but I want him to be happy. I still want him to have a relationship, even a family, if that's what he wants someday. So just whether, like I said, gay or straight, I just want him to be happy.
I'm letting people know that we are here and that we are part of this community, and we're part of what makes Fort McMurray great. And I want people who are here to know that they can stay here and have that part of their life, that entertainment, that support.